Welcome back to Manly Beach and the FIVB World Tour of Beach Volleyball, the women's final day here. We have just seen a sparkling bronze medal match. Japan going down in 3 to Austria, who ultimately were too good and just too fabulous. And speaking of fabulous, here is Steve Hart with the ladies.
What a turnaround that was. Your bronze medalist from Austria. You must be over the moon at that comeback.
Yeah, it was amazing. We were behind one set and I think 16-12, and then we started to play and fighting like crazy, and yeah, now we got the bronze medal.
You had to dig in deep. What was the turnaround? What was the difference?
I don't know, the first set was really bad, or not bad, but the Japanese played really well. They made no mistakes, and then, I don't know, in the end, we started to fight and screaming, and we wanted the medal so hard, so yeah.
Not too many beaches in Austria, I don't think. This is amazing, right?
We love it here. Mainly is amazing. Australia's amazing. We want to come back for a tournament or a practice camp, or I don't know. We love it.
And just finally, of course, the Australians are in the gold medal match. You found them very tough earlier on. How do you think they'll go here?
Yeah, in the morning we had no chance against them. They played very well, so I think they will take the gold medal. All
right, you've done yourselves proud in Austria. We thank you for talking to us. Congratulations, you're bronze medalists.
Oh, thank you, Steve Hart. Oh, that was such a great story. But now we've been talking about this, Kerry. We've been hyping it up. The gold medal match, Maria Fei Artacho del Solar and Tahlequah Clancy up against this really good Chinese team, Fan Wong and Xin Yi Sha. You heard the Austrians giving much respect to the Aussies. We'd love a golden finish to the day, but it's not going to be as simple as that.
It's definitely not going to be as simple as they had it in the semi-final. They were just so on the money in the semi-final. The Austrians didn't have anywhere to go. I think that they just didn't give them a chance. This matchup against China, they're going to have a taller blocker there. Wong, she's a much taller blocker at the net. You're going to have some pretty good serves. The Chinese have very good float serves, so Australia has to pass very well. And, you know, there's just going to be a bit of a different hype out there. Randy Stokely's enjoying a photo with the Austrian girls, the victorious bronze medalists.
Get back to work, Stokey.
It was a great story, but this lady right on screen here, Tahlequah Clancy, one of the, the hopefuls for 2020 Olympics. She played in Rio with a different partner, with Louise Borden. Now she's teamed up for this event with Maria Fei Artacho del Solar there in the green top. And they've got their work cut out for them. If they can focus like they did this morning, I think they'll take it. It's not going to be as easy.
There you can see the road to the finals for the gold medal match. Artacho del Solar and Clancy beat our bronze medalist and Schützenhofer and Pleziuchnik. So the Chinese had to get past the Japanese team, who finished in 4th place. So Australia v China. Really looking forward to this one. The key word you used, Kerry, I wanted to pick up on was the word focus. There's so many distractions, all these beautiful people cheering, a lot of expectation corporately and in the media. The Aussie girls, can they shut all that out and just get out there and play their game?
I think they can. Look, Tahlequah Clancy there on screen, she's had so much attention, I guess, as being such an incredible player. She's by far one of the best players in Australia, if not the world right now. So she gets a lot of attention. She's only young still. We really do build her up. But she handles it really well. When she's on the court, when she's in that square box, she is really focused. And, of course, her partner, Maria Fei, she loves this sort of pressure.
Absolutely. Congratulations to the officials. Kevin Lenton, second referee, and the Grim Dog, Darren Grimsey's got his gold sunglasses on to commemorate his appointment for the gold medal match. So all is in readiness. There's the Chinese ladies. No, they're not the hometown team. They know who the crowd are going to be going for. We are nearly ready. Let's throw it down to the boys. Steve Hart, Randy Stokely courtside. How's it going, boys?
Wonderful conditions down here, of course. And Randy, a little bit of breeze starting to come up. Do you think that'll make a difference in this one?
Well, the way Tahlequah Clancy's been serving, I don't think a wind or anything is going to make a difference with her. She's serving the ball so well, putting pressure on the opposing team. But obviously, China's here to prove one thing, to try to win that gold medal.
Well, the gold medal up for grabs. This will be their first time on home soil since they've formed, Tahlequah Clancy and Maria Fei Artacho del Solar. They want this gold medal badly. What's going to stop them?
You know, I don't think there's anything that should stop them right now. They're on a roll, not only winning tournaments, but winning tournaments in a row. And here they are to defend, really, 4 in a row.
They're playing some wonderful beach volleyball, and we're very excited. It is time for the gold medal right here at Manly Beach.
Thank you, lads. You can see our CEO and our president bringing out the Hancock Prospecting Cup. It's the first time it's being awarded in the beach volleyball world. It is a perpetual trophy when China and Australia play each other in volleyball. It's a new trophy. It's currently held by Australia. That is up for grabs again today. The Hancock Prospecting Perpetual Trophy for matches both indoor and beach between these two wonderful nations. So great to see the trophy on the line. Here come the athletes for the gold medal match. Fan Wong for China. She's the number 1. She'll do the vast majority of the blocking. Xin Yisha, number 2 in the blue visor. It's been really, really good. But the Manly crowd, I suspect there's going to be a wonderful hometown welcome for the team in green. The Australian combination, Maria Faye Artacho del Solar and her partner, Tahlequah Clancy.
She's absolutely going to love this. This is her home beach. She's got so many family and friends here, her boyfriend's here. She's really going to thrive on this. She loves the pressure. And this girl, she loves the pressure, but she doesn't show it. Like, when she's under pressure, she still looks like she's focused. So really hard to crack either of these girls with this sort of pressure. They love it.
Kerry, after about 10 days of VolleyFest 2017, all the games have been run and won, medals have been handed out, tears have been shed. One match remains, and it is the gold medal match, Australia v China. Australia will be on left of screen, China on the right. Best of 3 sets for the gold medal. We are underway. Anticlimax as China served the ball out. Never mind.
Well, I think China are really going to have to risk their serves. That means serving to the lines to put the pressure on the Aussies, because anything easy, the Aussies are just going to gobble up. Same goes with the Aussies.
So Mfei gets the Australians underway with her serve, and Tahlequah the first block. We saw in the other semi-final that China played in, the number 1, Fan Wong, the taller of the two athletes, was still the focal point for the serve. And again, you talked about the scouting. Interested to see if Australia follow that course. Oh, what a start. Australia, Mfei brings up an ace. First Tahlequah with the block, and then Mfei with the ace. And they make it look effortless. Yeah,
a bit of a lucky ace when it hits the top of the net, but you do try to serve the ball nice and close to the top of the net, so it's difficult to receive. Every now and again it will touch it. And again, another tough serve, so China a bit shaky to start with. Australia not having to do too much, just be consistent, but Tahlequah's pressure on the net. You know, China trying to do something to get that ball over, but Tahlequah was there.
We're underway, the gold medal match under beautiful blue skies, and Manly Beach absolutely sparkling at the moment. The Aussie girls are sparkling. Here is China's opportunity. Xin Yisha will do something clever, I'm sure, but Mfei and then Tahlequah. You've got to earn it, girls. You're going to have to put it down hard, I think, against the Aussies. Wong will do so on that opportunity. But boy, I think the Australians just reminding China a little bit of respect is required.
Yeah, this little shot here, China are going to gobble that up. Anything sort of round the blocker, around the middle of the net. But this is great layout defense. And Wang getting a great set on the net, just had to put it away. Maria Faye going with her foot, and for those of you at home that don't really or aren't familiar with beach volleyball, you can actually play the ball with any part of your body. You don't see it very often, but occasionally a player will use their foot.
Absolutely, from ponytail to toenail, you can use it all. Tahlequah using the traditional hands and arms on this occasion. That nice deep shot. So much better rally from both teams. Oh, and Mfei, wow! How did she get that angle from there?
I'm not really sure. That was from the middle of the court. She still managed to get such an incredible angle. Really nice dig deep in the court. So great set from Tahlequah. Whips it down for a winner. So good to see Maria Faye do that in the beginning of the game. So she's looking confident.
I was going to say, don't appear to be any nerves on the Australian side of the court at the moment. They will change at 2-5 on a service error. Again, folks, we played best of 3 sets. You win 2 sets of volleyball, you win the gold medal. The first 2 sets, the first team to 21 points with a 2-point margin. And again, as you saw probably with the bronze medal match, that one had to go to 3 sets to decide it. The third only goes to 15. China, Australia in the gold medal match. Tahlequah picked up well by Xinyi Shah, and then she puts it away. So better signs for China, starting to find their groove.
So China will be ready for Tahlequah and Maria Fay's second ball. There's no doubt about that. And that's why not many players and teams serve Shah. She's got a beautiful hit. She's only a young player, but she's very experienced. Again, China are close to digging that ball, so that'll be in Tahlequah's mind next time she goes up. She's got to stay aggressive.
So 6-3 scoreboard, the Manly FIVB Beach Volleyball World Tour event, women's final, our final match of a wonderful series of events here at Manly Beach. The girls working really hard, but China getting it done. But again, China having to work pretty hard to get the ball onto the sand, and that'll play on their minds.
Yeah, absolutely. Right now it's going point for point after a couple of little errors, but we'll see. Yeah, it's going to be a big game, this one. Both teams right now playing at the top of their game. Oh, just missed that. So lucky for Australia there that didn't dribble over the net. That is allowed. The ball's allowed to hit the net.
Well, we saw Fei do it, so maybe it's an Australian-made net, not made in China, because the Chinese girls didn't get the opportunity or the same benefit from the ball off the net. So 7-4 Tahlequah. Ripping that jump serve, it's been such a weapon.
Handling that nicely, so Shah gets a good dig on it, and Wang is able to send that to the sideline. So you can see there's still a bit of pressure in having a side out with such a hard serve, so Tahlequah's got to keep that pressure up. Now China with the serve, looking for a point, going deep to Maria Fay. And the pressure on that block making Tahlequah send that ball out, so Wang doing a good job getting up there, trying to stop that second ball play. And this is the difference between what China can do to this Australian duo that Austria couldn't do. It's the pressure at the net, it's the extra height and the aggression.
Here's the opportunity for China to even up the scoreboard. Fei's got to find her feet. Where will she go? She'll go roll, and Xinyi Shah, wow, can't put it away. This is tense. Someone wants to take control. Fei misses the blocker's hand, so China have locked us up at 7-all. They were a little slow out of the blocks, China, but they have hit back on some wonderful defensive work. Look at Xinyi Shah working really hard. Fei had her chance. She's looking for the blocker's hands. Rare for her to miss that line.
Yeah, good choice by Fei. She was off the net a little bit. Just unable to keep that in. So Australia under a bit of pressure.
All right, China have moved down to the southern end of Manly Beach. Fei again, the focus of their attention, but her line shot is recalibrated and recrafted. And is excellent for 8-7. The crowd festive, enjoying the afternoon. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon here at Manly Beach. Privileged to be in commentary with you. I'm joined by Kerry Pothast and our sideline man, Randy Stokos, doing a great job. The final match, the gold medal match, China keeping their shape, putting it down.
Wow, that was a lovely hit from Wang from her position again, getting a terrific angle on that. So Australia chose not to put a block up, and Wang taking advantage of that. So Australia really has to work hard in both strategy with their defence and their offence.
Kerry, I want to talk a little bit about the record the last sort of 2 months for this Australian team. They've had such a blessed run. They've played really well in China. They are on quite a roll as a team. Oh, nice swing.
That's an unbelievable play from Tahlequah Clancy, coming from one side of the court, going behind, gets a perfect set from her partner, and she's just able to hammer that ball down the line with such ease and grace, but such speed.
Oh, and then a float serve for a cheap point. So the Aussie girls have only dropped one set in this tournament, Kerry, and had such a good run leading up to here.
They did. They played in Asian events. They won 3 gold medals on the Asian tour, so they would have played this team along the way. They'd know each other quite well.
So their confidence levels should be really high.
Absolutely. Now they're on home soil, but the other thing is that the Chinese know our Australian team as well, so they'll be looking to take advantage of some of their weaknesses. They're really working the ball on Maria Fay, the shorter of the two Aussies, making her pass, and she tries to pass the net to her partner to have a hit. Well, she then tries to have a hit herself. Not a great set off the net, same as China, not a great set. Forced the error.
was like no one wanted to take responsibility for that point. Everyone was really tentative, really unsure. So 11-9. We have a technical timeout after 21 points. So it's 11-9 scoreboard. We've got one more point. Will it be a 12-9 scoreboard, Australia, or will China sneak back at 11-10? This is an interesting point of the match. A hard-driven ball. That's really nice. Xinyi Xia. So at the first technical timeout of the first set, women's gold medal match. China 10, Australia 11. My man on the sideline, he'll be enjoying this, Randy. This has been a really bright start from both teams.
Thank you, Jonathan. Yeah, it looks like both teams are a little bit nervous out here. Both teams playing really at a high level. Couple mistakes by the Chinese, but we've got a really tight match here. They all know what's at stake. Gold medal and obviously winning another great tournament here in Manly, Sydney, Australia, FIVB World Tour.
There's a man who's won over 100 events, 100 tournaments in his time. First player to get to $1 million US in prize money. So he's a man that knows how to execute in the gold medal game, that is for sure. Mr. Randy Stoklos, we appreciate his insight all week. It's been absolutely delightful having here. So the Manly Corso is standing room only, as you can see. We've got full grandstands, full corporate areas, the VIPs. Lapping up the sport of beach volleyball. It really feels like it's coming of age, Karen.
And also right at the end of the screen, just on that shot, there's actually a live site. So we have a screen out the back there for those people who can't find a seat in the stands, and they can enjoy watching this live and listen to our fabulous commentary.
Hello to all the people out of the live side. Hope you're having a great afternoon. Good rally, this one. That's a little better from Frey and T. They just kind of got the pick that they needed to make, and then Maria Fay kind of finding her attacking mojo again. The second ball was handled, Xinyi Xia, but then couldn't get it back into play. Fay made a good move and sent it deep and hard at Wong. That's better signs for the Aussies. Here is Tahlequah Clancy. This is a good serving end for her. I like her jump serve from that corner. Good touch from T. I'll have to put a free ball over. It's going to be Xinyi Xia. What can she do from the net? Hard off the net. No, hard off the block, I'm sorry. So good composure, 11-12. No one really racing away at this stage in the gold medal match.
Now, a solid play from both teams. Really fighting hard to stay in this point. And Xia just using her aggression high off Tahlequah's hands. Matching height for height. Oh, tough serve through the middle. Takes one for China. That's what China need to do against Australia, because if they give Australia an easy serve, Maria Fay and Tahlequah both have a great pass. They're both good attackers and they're both good hand setters. So that's the only way China are going to make points, to really put pressure on that.
Oh, but that's a delightful little change up there, where normally you see on serve reception, Maria Fay, when she gets the dig, she puts it straight up on top of the net for Tahlequah Clancy to hit the second contact winner. This time they served Tahlequah, which is rare, and it was Fay that hit the roll shot. So that's a nice little piece of variety and confidence. The Aussie girls, 13-12. Maria Fay Artacho del Solar bringing up a bit of service pressure, and China really can't handle that ball well.
And that's what Australia really need right now, is to get a little mini break, and then they can hold that break if they want to take out this first set. So good pressure at the net. She didn't really even touch it. She just jumped to put off the opposition. Another big serve, Maria Fay, right into that win. Really loving this southern end.
Of course, great story for people that don't know Fay. Originally, we know she was born in Peru, but came over here as a very young girl and found Manly Beach and found this sport, and this is where she learned her trade, on this very stretch of sand. So it's nice of her to come and play a gold medal match on the FIVB World Tour. A lot of friends and family cheering for her today, that's for sure. Tahlequah, this time the Aussies have just put their foot down.
Exactly, and that's a good run for Australia right there, off the back of some great serving from Maria Fay from that end. So now China go down to the better serving favoured end.
It seemed like the Aussie girls just found a way to use the breeze on their serve a little bit more to their advantage. Let's see if Fay can work some of her Manly magic on the ball from the other end of the beach. Here's an opportunity. T doesn't have to hit that ball in the new rules, but she puts it away again. The ball floating up on the net. China getting a little bit ragged with their setting. They don't pay the price on that occasion. When it floats up on the net like that, you can see Tahlequah really wanting to tee off Kerry.
Yeah, that was a real battle of the tall girls at the net that time. Everything was happening within the first couple of metres off that net, so China taking it out this time. So Wong, can she make a point?
13-16 scoreboard in Fei. A little bit off the net. The drop shot is well read by Xinyi Xia. She herself, just misses. I thought for a moment it was going to tag the sideline, but ultimately no. 17-13, the gold medal match. Australian fans comfortable, but still nervous that this first set is in good shape at 17-13. Are they only 4 points away?
Bit of a lucky break for Australia there. Took the pressure off the side out.
So timeout call by China. We go down to the sideline. I think Randy Sokolos is standing by. He must be enjoying this match.
Jonathan, I am, but what a game this has been. Australia has gotten out to be a good lead, and in the middle of this game has scored a number of points in a row. If anybody knows this game, points are always scored in bunches, and that's how you win. So let's see if the Chinese can go and make a little bit of a rally for themselves and get back into this game.
And how wonderful is it to see Mrs. Gina Reinhardt here again, the patron of Volleyball Australia. She loves volleyball. This is her third time here. She's been every day of this tournament, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. She's such a great supporter of beach volleyball. We love having her, and she really loves the players. She loves to chat with the players and talk to them, sometimes even about their game, how they're feeling, what's going on. And she actually gave our Olympians a very beautiful gift on Saturday, just a little memoir of their time in Rio, that she was there with us all as well. And we hope that she'll stay a patron for a lot longer into the future.
Absolutely. I know Volleyball Australia has big plans for the sport, and this event particularly is getting bigger and bigger every year. So we are watching the gold medal match, folks, the FIVB World Tour of Beach Volleyball women's final. The gold medal up for grabs. China, Australia. Can it be a hometown story, or are the Chinese going to come and spoil the party? 15-17. Australia just tightening up a little bit at the end of this first set. So China sneaking back down by 2. This is Xinyi Xia. Again, that good serving end of the beach, but she can't capitalise. Ball called out. So 18-15 Australia. Maria Fei Artacho del Solar, a Rio Olympian, as you've said. Her first Olympic Games last year.
Trouble for China.
Here's the free ball. No, can't get it done. So Fei scoring some good points from both service ends. That's an underrated skill in my view.
Yeah, she's serving from quite far back, so it really gives her time to hit that ball hard and get a lot of float on it. And China are having trouble with that serve, which I find quite unusual. Again, they're passing that ball off the net. They get a good swing at it, though, this time. Wong really does a lovely cross-court hit, so they change ends now. Australia going to the favoured end with a nice little advantage.
16-19 now. The crowd in good voice, finding their hands. Everyone involved in the event's done such a great job to pull it together. Wouldn't it be great to reward them with a gold medal for Australia? Just really high-quality Chinese outfit, though. They're going to put up a fight. 20 points to 16. So, big moments. Big moments these. It is 4 set points to the Australian combination. Tahlequah Clancy with the ball for Australia. 4 set points on the board. Can they wrap up this first set?
Fei's on that in defence.
Trying to get it back.
Trying to get another opportunity. Oh, just too good. So they made sure of that point. They just saved it. What can they do here? Can they stop Australia from winning this final point to finish off the first set?
Scoreboard 17-20, as you can see, top left of screen. That still means 3 set points to Australia. We play point per rally, so any error from China now, any mistake, and Australia take the first set. Set point number 2, Xinyi Xia to try and save another point. They go to Tahlequah, which is interesting. I reckon she'll crush this, and I reckon she'll crush it hard. 21-17, Australia have taken the first set in the gold medal match over China, and Manly are celebrating. When we come back from the break, can Australia wrap it up in 2? Well, the crowd are loving the Sunday afternoon at Manly Beach and the FIVB World Tour of Beach Volleyball. And you couldn't ask for better scenes, Kerry, and you couldn't ask for a better scoreboard.
Yeah, I just love this sport. Look at that. Everybody gets to enjoy it. The players obviously enjoy it. I'm enjoying it commentating. The crowd is enjoying it. The music's pumping. It's just such an incredible sport to be a part of. And Randy Stokely's 5-time world champion. We've got him over here helping us with some expert comments. And we've got 4 of the best athletes in this tournament fighting it out now for the gold medal. Australia are up 1-0. There's Maria Fay. It's her home beach. She's going to go... Oh, she's going to just go off if she wins this gold medal. She's going to love it.
Well, a little bit of work to do yet. The gold medal match continues. The start of the second set. China on the left, Australia on the right. Mfei and Tahlequah working really hard. Mfei's got a chance to pull out a shot that she has absolutely owned for the last 5 years. That little cut shot is delightful.
Yeah, but it doesn't happen without a good set. I want you to watch Tahlequah's footwork to get this ball up. Her footwork to the set, she's fast, she's quick, and she gives her partner the best set possible. Just so important. Nice set to China as well. Big aggression from Wang that time, so Maria Fay was there but couldn't handle the heat.
So for the Chinese ladies, Fan Wang and Xinyi Xia, obviously a must-win set. They've dropped the first set 21-17. They want to keep the gold medal match alive. The Australian girls would love to wrap this up in 2 and celebrate with their hometown fans, but long way to go yet. China serving tough. It's going to be T. Clancy blocking in the net. Can she get something going? I think that ball's going to be called out. A spiking error from Fan Wang. So that was maybe a bit of a bullet dodge there for Australia.
Yeah, it was a great serve from Wang down the line on Tahlequah. She was lucky to just get that in the air. Had to play back a pretty easy ball, but China couldn't capitalise. So now Tahlequah with the serve. She's got a really good flat float serve, and there it goes straight through the middle. She's serving on that angle where we think there's a little bit of wind coming in. It's right between the players. Really hard to work out whose play that is.
3-1 the score. Clancy goes again. The serve is putting them under pressure, so here's a transition opportunity. Clancy, oh, that is absolutely outstanding. They look so confident and poised at the moment. They're not cocky, but they look like they're enjoying their volleyball and they know their game so well.
They do, and you know, it's such a great combination because Maria Fay can put anything on the net for Tahlequah. Tahlequah can pretty much hit anything that's on the net. She's got great poise, great balance. She can sort of spin in the air and put it down the side.
Welcome back all over the world of beach volleyball. We are at the FIVB World Tour final day in the gold medal match. Australia-China. Australia have taken the first set 21-17 and Maria Fay, Artacho del Solar and Tahlequah Clancy leading in the second 5-2. They are playing a really good Chinese team, Fan Wang and Xinyi Xia. There's been some wonderful moments to start this second set, but it's been really the offensive pressure, the ability of the Australians to find winners. Mfei at the northern end of the beach, leading by 3, 5-2. Crowd loving the beach volleyball today. The Chinese girls, they are the underdogs. They don't have the crowd support, but they are a really gutsy team. So 3-5, they are pushing hard. They want to take this to a third set. The crowd would love some more volleyball. Let's see what happens. 3-5. Xinyi Xia serving tough ball into the corner. Mfei in 2 minds. Hard to tell.
Hard to tell. You got a bit of wind there pushing it. She thought, is it in, is it out? I've got to have a go, and then pulled out again. So great serve from China. Tahlequah takes this one through the middle. Big high set off the hands of Wang. So nice high swing from Australia.
I think we talk about little contests within the contest. The contest between Fan Wang, the tall Chinese lady, and Tahlequah Clancy, our taller player. I think Tahlequah's got her number so far in most of the contests. That's an interesting subtext, those two athletes going at each other at the net. It's going to be Wang to return the favour. Tahlequah doesn't stay to block, and well, for Fan Wang, a skill error. She didn't have a block, And she went for way too much line, so 7-4. I think Tahlequah's bluffed her there and did a nice job.
Dropping off the net can often put more pressure on the player. They know they've dropped, but that means they have to play an even better shot to beat them.
Clancy with this wonderful jump serve going clearly at that athlete. Mfei's going to gobble that up. What can she do? Cross court perhaps? No. Down the line. My goodness gracious, girl, you are an absolute peach.
Wow, that was an incredible play from Maria Fay. This was a great set, but look at this. She just doesn't have very much space to go, but she puts it down there. Strong play, really confident.
Wow.
Australia looking good right now.
8-4. They started brightly in the first. China came right back into it, though, so a lot of volleyball left. Some twists and turns, I'm sure. Clancy looking very stoic at the service line and then can't quite get the block.
She waited for that. She really waited. She saw that Wong was going to shoot that, but she was already turned around a little bit too much. Unhappy with herself.
Maybe like to see her a little closer to the net. I think she kind of gave a little bit too much space. But anyway, 5-8, easy game from where I sit. Probably couldn't do that if you paid me, but Clancy makes it look ridiculously easy. And at 9-5, the Aussies change ends, in control, but not comfortable yet.
Yeah, great pass from Maria Fay. You can see how they do that purposely. Most teams will pass it in for their partner to set. This Australian team, Maria Fay will pass it in deliberately for Tahlequah to hit the ball.
All right, China, the northern end of the beach, got a chance to tee off on a good set. That's set up really nicely. You can see Fan Wong putting it in a good zone. Xinyi Xia hasn't seen a lot of the ball to spike through the tournament. They've really gone hard at her partner, but showing her class. 6-9, China trailing by 3. This is Xinyi Xia. They're going a lot more at Tahlequah Clancy with the serve, so that's interesting little tactical change. They've seen something perhaps they like, Kerry, but no evidence to prove it's working.
Maybe just mixing it up a little bit to try and get Australia off balance. Sometimes if you serve the same player over and over again, they get a really good rhythm going. So maybe they've gone to Maria Fay. As soon as she's got a rhythm, they'll switch to Tahlequah for a couple, but they can't help that. Another ace serve from Tahlequah Clancy.
Well, I look forward to seeing her tournament stats in that area of aces served, because no one has served more aces in this event than Tahlequah Clancy, whether it be the float serve or the jump serve. She has won a lot of points with that skill. Xinyi Xia tooling it off her blocking out that time. So 7-11 now. China take the ball back through Wang, the number 1. She's going to pick out nobody on that serve. So again, just these opportunities to put consistent pressure on the Australians. The Chinese not making the most of them. So 12-7. The crowd a little bit hushed. Not sure where this one's going to go. They enjoyed the first set immensely, but know that the Aussies have a battle on their hands. 8-12 now. China will be serving through Xinyi Xia. Just to repeat the earlier result, a wonderful match. The Austrian girls, Katharina Schützenhofer and Lena Plesiuchnik. 2 names I can't get enough of saying. Won the bronze medal over the Japanese. So congratulations. It'll be Austria and China and Australia on the podium. We're just not sure in what order. We've got the technical timeout. Australia 13-8 in the second set. Mr. Randy Stoklos. Gosh, it's tense down there.
Yes, it is, but Tahlequah Clancy has just been serving incredibly all tournament long. But really what I've seen her maturity is that the ability to go and serve 2 balls in a row, score those points, and then go to a float serve knowing that the percentages are against her. She is learning and getting better and better each and every tournament, and that's pretty scary.
Yeah, he picked it up, Mr. Stoklos, very well. He's a man who liked a good risk-reward. Kerry, you like the girls going back and putting a lot of service pressure on and then hopefully getting the reward for that effort.
Yeah, I've always said to the teams that I'm coaching, it's a hell of a lot easier to serve an ace, a tough serve, get back a free ball, than it is to play defence. People love to play defence, they work on their defence, but I don't think as many teams work enough on their serve. Now this lady right here, she's got a terrific jump serve, she's got a terrific float serve, as does her partner, as do the Chinese. It's just a matter of focusing and practicing and keeping on working the ball around.
Oh, nice. A despairing dive.
Yeah, great sharp cut shot from Wang that time. Nice and fast. But China's still in this. If they can put a bit of serve pressure themselves on the Aussies, they might be able to get a few points back.
All right, 9-13. Second set action. Just repeating the set score. Australia won the first set, and then Tahlequah Clancy and Maria Faye Artacho del Solar up 14-9. We go to 21 points, folks. So, you know, the Australians are deep into this second set, but the Chinese got a few tricks up their sleeve, I'm sure.
Clancy over the top.
Fan Wong again, the focus of the serve, and hitting really a nice cross-court spike all day. We saw in semi-final she spiked well cross-court, and that's really her go-to play.
Yeah, cross-court hit or a line shot. You've got to just be able to be there, even though Maria Faye was there. Couldn't handle the heat, so if you're going to hit it hard near the defender, you've got to make sure that it doesn't come back.
10-14. There's the second ball. Little cute Manly Beach knuckleball, just like a training drill for M.
Yeah,
Faye.
Maria Faye can see the court so well. And I know that, you know, you want to put the ball up for your partner to have a hit, and especially when you've got Tahlequah there. But if she can see the court, why not just make the play? It's really frustrating for the defence.
Here's the opportunity. M. Faye will get up and swing away at this one, I'm sure, and is
just misses
unlucky.
it. You could hear the crowd to decide whether that ball was in or out. It was obviously out. The crowd made a very loud, oh.
Yeah, I think if you're wondering who the crowd was going for, folks, I think that will tell you. Didn't miss by much. Boy, the crowd would have gone bananas if she'd landed that one on the line, but not to be. 11-15, the gold medal match. Australian beach volleyball fans all around Australia, hopefully you are enjoying the coverage. It is a delight to bring it to you, and to talk about a delight, these two ladies have been a revelation. We must look forward a little bit, Kerry. Of course, beach volleyball included for the first time in the Commonwealth Games next year on the Gold Coast. None of the teams are decided yet, but it'll be interesting to see if M. Faye and Tahlequah are maybe the team that represents Australia in the women.
Well, it looks like they're going to represent Australia on the gold medal podium at the moment. They've got a very good lead coming into this side change. China are going to have to do something extra special. Australia are going to have to make a ton of errors, perhaps, to give China a chance to get back into this game, and I don't think they're going to let that happen.
Well, M. Faye goes back at 17-11 to a favourite serving spot with these conditions, and that is absolute butter. The serve forced the passing error. It sits up on top of the net, and Tahlequah, well, she doesn't have to be asked twice. Look at this. It's like, hello. Delightful. So 18 points to 11. Is this the coronation of the new powerhouse in women's beach volleyball? Perhaps in M. Faye and Tahlequah. They've won their last 3 international tournaments together. They're in the box seat at 12-18. The beach volleyball world sitting up and taking notice of this wonderful new combination from Australia.
Just missing it. She saw it was open. You saw her look for that, but just a little bit too much. Bit anxious to get this point over and done with. Oh.
Yeah, she's missing it by a fair amount as well. So never mind. Xinyi Shah battling a good fight for China. They trail 13-18. M. Faye's going to slice and dice. Well, back-to-back-to-back errors. Is there a little pre-podium prognostication going on? They are thinking a little bit too much about the future. Yeah, timeout called wisely by M. Faye, perhaps looking ahead a little bit too much. So 14-18, China still down by 4. Randy, not done yet.
For sure not. Always points are scored in bunches, and China has some opportunities, but the Australians very smart, calling the timeout, slowing down momentum, trying to break their rhythm. Up 18-14 in the driver's seat, but in this sport, you never know when the game's over. So every point is going to be very, very important, and needless to say, the gold medal is awaiting.
Well, it certainly is, and the corporate area is looking good. Hello World Travel representatives there. Hello Tony Strong and Madonna. Wonderful people that they are. It's just a really beautiful day, and it's beautiful scenes for Australian volleyball. And if there was any justice in the world, Australia could get it done and get a gold medal in front of their home crowd. But that's not what sport's about, is it, Kerry? Sport's about surprises and about twists and turns and about underdogs. Can China as the underdog do something special here, I wonder.
Well, they're certainly not going to let this one slip easily. They're still in the race. A couple more points from China will really put the pressure on the Aussies.
Let's see if Mfei can stop the rot and make something happen. Well, the overpass. Wow, there it is. That is an amazingly interesting call. First referee, Mr. Darren Grimsey, has indicated that the Chinese athlete has reached into a ball that she had no rights to play at. He doesn't like it, and he called it straight away. He's in a really good position to call it. So that is a momentum changer, perhaps. The athlete that's blocking can't reach over and play at the ball until it's on top of the net. So 19-14, the Australians perhaps get a little bit lucky. Here's their opportunity maybe to play some defence. Mfei is solid, deep in the sand. And then teeing off at 20 points to 14, Australian volleyball is on their feet. And if they're not, they should be. Because Tahlequah Clancy and Maria Artacho del Solar have got 6 gold medal points for the win. Clancy going at the Chinese. Mfei is magnificent. The coronation awaits. The drop shot is perfect. And Australia salutes a wonderful young team who have taken gold in their 4th international outing in a row. Congratulations, Maria Artacho del Solar, Tahlequah Clancy, the Golden Girls from Australia.
How amazing is it for this new duo on the beach? They are going to be so happy. Tahlequah's used to winning quite a few. Maria Fay used to winning quite a few tournaments on her home beach. But this is a World Tour event. This is their first World Tour event, and it's a gold medal. So very hard to split this team now. It's a new combination. It's looking very good. We haven't seen them in too much trouble. They've only dropped 1 set throughout their whole career together so far in many tournaments.
Confirmation of the scoreline, 21-17, 21-14. Commiserations go to Fan Wang and Xin Yisha, but a silver medal to China, which is no shabby thing. Talking about not shabby, Steve Hart is courtside. I think he's got some very happy ladies with him right now.
What a powerhouse this combination are turning out to be. Congratulations, guys. You're doing it easily at the moment.
Oh, look, I think we're just having so much fun out there that it might look really easy. Our teamwork and, again, trust and believe in each other just keeps us so composed, and that belief is what I think makes it so smooth.
Your communication is now, it just seems instinctive. You just seem to know what each other's going to do.
Yeah, definitely. We really work hard on bringing that communication and letting each other bring that freedom, and I think that's what we do when we bring that communication. But also, you know, we play in really tough teams, so we need to bring that high-level game all the time.
How special to do it here at your home, particularly your home beach, Manly?
Absolutely. I love coming back home to Manly. This is where I began playing beach volleyball, and it means so much to play here, but even more to win.
All right, just quickly before we let you go, there's Commonwealth Games down the track. Are you thinking about that yet?
Yeah, definitely it's in our mind, but now we're just happy this is the last event from a very long season for us, so we're just going to enjoy the moment and start that pre-season very soon when we get back to Adelaide.
It's certainly very exciting for us and all Australian beach volleyball fans and sports fans in general. You're gold medalists. Congratulations. Back to you.
Thank you, Steve Hart. Kerry, this is the generation of young ladies that you inspired. Well done you, well done them.
Oh, look, they are just, I think Maria Fay just said the word that I think we all think of when we watch these two play. She said smooth. It does look smooth out there, and they do trust each other on the court, and you know they can put the ball at the net, they can set with their hands. They really do look composed when they play the ball. It's quite amazing.
Yeah, absolutely, and they trust each other, and they bring joy to the game. It's so nice to see ladies out there playing at such a high level, clearly just enjoying what they're doing. The smiles on their faces. You know, the crowd here in Manly have seen two lovely young ladies absolutely having a ball and getting everything that they deserve.
Yeah, and it's interesting that now they go into their off-season. We think that, you know, this is summer, they should be starting their season, but the Australians play all year round on the World Tour, which is in the Northern Hemisphere, so this is their last big World Tour event for the year. They'll be playing a couple of National Tour events, but it is their off-season. They're starting to rebuild. They'll have some time to rehabilitate any niggly injuries, and then they'll be back on the World Tour in the beginning of 2018.
So just confirming that Australia have won this encounter, so they're going to hold the Hancock Prospecting Cup, which is this beautiful award that is a perpetual trophy between the volleyball nations of Australia and China, both indoor and beach events when Australia play China. So wonderful to see.
I think we see there Maria Fay, the shorter of the two players, the one with the sunglasses on her head. I think it's just all come to a head. I'm feeling a bit teary for her. She's getting a bit emotional. I think she realises what she's just achieved, that she could have just earned her ticket into the Commonwealth Games and perhaps a future with Tahlequah Clancy.
Absolutely. Well, the crowd were absolutely transfixed. They're not going anywhere. They want to see the gold medals placed around the necks of those two wonderful Australians. Confirming it is then a podium. Austria with the bronze medal. Congratulations to them. China with the silver. But, of course, it is a golden glow around the Australian beach volleyball scene because Maria Fay, Artacho del Solar and Tahlequah Clancy have done the job we all kind of probably expected them to do, but they did it in such a nice fashion with such a bright smile on their face. I hope both corporate Australia and the rest of the volleyball world stand up and take notice because these two ladies are absolutely wonderful. We've got Gina Reinhardt, the patron of Volleyball Australia, with President of Volleyball Australia, Mr. Craig Carraher. She's going to present the medals and present the Hancock Prospecting Perpetual Trophy. So nice gesture between these two important nations in volleyball.
Yeah, it's great to have Mrs. Reinhardt's support, as we've said over and over. We couldn't put on this sort of event. We couldn't do this for our players. We do this for our players. We don't just do it for the fans, but we do it for our players to bring really good volleyball to Australia, to show the future generation the level that they need to get to, for the players already here in Australia to be home, play on their home beach in front of their home crowd. So it's a real combination of the sport, getting together with Destination New South Wales, getting together with Hancock Prospecting, Skate, Zeus, Hello World, of course, who are really great supporters of beach volleyball in Australia, and we hope that they all continue on.
Yeah,
without that support, we won't have that. We have the support of the fans, the locals. The Manly locals really love beach volleyball here, and they love playing it themselves. We have a beach volleyball school here. We have the Northern Beaches Volleyball Association. And we have people coming from all over the world and just playing for for fun. They hold volleyballs there on their lap, waiting for their chance to get on the court.
To get a game.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. So wonderful scenes here. We are just getting in readiness for the presentation ceremony on the FIVB Beach Volleyball World Tour. It's been going 10 days of Volleyfest here in Manly Beach. It's getting bigger and better every year. Who knows what shape Volleyfest will be in next year? I hear all sorts of talk. We've got a president who would dearly love to play in some other iconic Sydney locations. We'll see if that comes to fruition, but certainly here at Manly Beach it is a golden afternoon, and hopefully there's some next generation beach volleyball, not just fans but players, because such a gender equal sport. I put it to you, Kerry, that the women of Australian beach volleyball have been leading the way for a long time. And we should be rejoicing women's sport in Australia, and we do. We're getting better at it, but I put it to you that our sport has been rejoicing women's sport forever.
Yeah, we have been, obviously, and Natalie and I, we were lucky enough to start that off with a couple of medals, and these girls are the future. These girls that we're going to be trying to really force them or forge them into teams to get to the next Olympics and hopefully win a third medal for Australia at an Olympic level. We've got quite a few Olympians now from Australia who played indoor volleyball and beach volleyball. We saw Louise Borden, who was playing with Tahlequah Clancy at the previous Olympics in 2016. She played indoor in the Olympics first. So there's a couple of different pathways that players can take. Indoor volleyball, beach. At some point they'll have to switch if they want to get really serious about it. And we find some stay indoors. They love the indoors. They're more suited for the indoors. But those players that have an all-round sort of game, they can dig, they can set, they can hit winners, they can play defence. They're the players that we're looking to, I guess, convert from the indoor game to the beach game.
Absolutely. Well, it's been a wonderful weekend, and I think Manly has been the real winner. That I know that the people of Manly enjoyed it. The athletes have enjoyed being here. All the local businesses have treated everyone in the community so well, and it's such a privilege to come here and be part of this event. I know on my behalf we've really enjoyed it. Good to see the World Tour of beach volleyball flag flying over Manly Beach again. So, gosh, it's been an absolutely wonderful event. And the weather stayed good. We haven't always had our way with the weather here, Kerry, let's be honest. But I think, everything fell in place, and it was a nice result. So just confirming, we're just waiting on getting the presentation in place. We will be hearing the national anthem of Australia, and it's just absolutely wonderful for MFA and Tahlequah, who are proud Australian women, proud Australian beach volleyballers, to see their flag flying at the top of the podium, which is going to be really, really lovely. And you know, maybe is this a preview? We know Canada are a really, really good Commonwealth Games team. We saw the Canadian men take out this event yesterday. The Australian women have taken it out today. So there's 2 Commonwealth nations. So as we look forward, you know, I'm quite excited about the Gold Coast Commonwealth Games and the beach volleyball making its debut there. Maybe the Canada men and Australian women's teams may be the early favourites perhaps for that. That's a few months away now.
Absolutely. Canada, England, we've got some good teams from England as well. New Zealand, big contenders for the Commonwealth Games. But of course we're going to be backing our Aussies, aren't we, John?
Of course we are.
We've got some great teams. Our #1 men's team, Damien Schumann, Chris McHugh. They'll be looking to win the Commonwealth Games themselves. They've got a bit of work to do. They finished 4th in this event. They wouldn't be happy with that. Damien Schumann started this event with a slight virus, so he was a little bit, I guess, overcome, a little bit weak perhaps. He finished off strong, but it was difficult for them to get through to the finals matches. So, you know, 4th place, it's not a medal, but it's still a great result out of 32 teams and many nations here on the beach in Manly.
Manly Beach, thank you all so much for being a part of this wonderful event down here. It is VolleyFest 2017, and we are going to get the official presentation ceremony underway. So welcome to the closing and awards ceremony of the FIVB Beach Volleyball World Tour 2-Star 2017 women's event organised by Volleyball
now
Australia.
Underway. We're going to congratulate the referees, and then we've got medal ceremonies for all of the medal winners. There is the perpetual trophy. It's a hefty trophy, Kerry. It takes 2 people to carry it, so that's
as always, our
wonderful thing.
An event like this just doesn't come together.
So there is the trophy, and I can confirm that Australia Gold, they have finished off a perfect weekend here at Manly Beach for beach volleyball. On behalf of Randy Stoklos and Steve Hart on the sand, my co-commentator Kerry Pottast, it's been an absolute privilege bringing it to you. Australia win gold, but for now I'm Jonathan Fogarty on behalf of the entire beach volleyball community. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.